Hi guys, lovely to see you today. Good afternoon. Yeah, I came spontaneously to um do a live stream, as normally I do them on Mondays, but I was a bit busy, so what can we do? So the light is okay. Let's improvise. Yeah. So I have continued writing. I have written in English 158 pages. Yeah, I'm astonished about myself. I've never done that before. So yeah, it's my first book. So I'm sorry. Yeah. So I apologize. My name is Yasmina Paolaggi. Yeah, and I'm writing a book, a story based in Berlin. It's partly true based and partly, I guess you can guess then which parts are fiction. You never know. So yeah, let's have a look. I decided to. I was once talking about him. Kinch Blade, Paolo. Bless him. He died in July this year. So, oops, the German version. Sorry. Yeah, I'm writing in German and in English. So, where am I? So, yeah, and you're welcome to put comments on there, because I want to improve my English and my writing. And it's like, this is not the published version, it's the first version that will be re-edited, of course. And I just have plenty of fun with this YouTube channel because it also inspires myself to keep going, and to be more committed to it, which is actually pretty great. So it's a big chapter. I'm sorry, I was preparing it, but unfortunately I had the German part ready. So here it is, Kinch. So chapter 48, right? Kinch Blade is a charismatic musician. Yes, he was. He was absolutely charismatic. Very tall, half Belgian, half Italian, and he spoke very good English. And he was a great musician. Had a great band, Kinch Blade and the Black Lilies. They could have gone really far. But yeah, Kinch also wasn't the easiest, I would say. He had also a nice flat, Maisonette flat in Prenzlauer Berg. So Kinch Blade is a very charismatic musician who I now often meet in private rounds at Nati and Enzo. You know, that pregnant couple. We also run into each other more and more often in the Mitte corner. Mitte is a district in Berlin of Prenzlberg, the neighbor district, Prenzlauer Berg. We arrange to meet up and we talk. We walk around the bars and backyard clubs of the LSD district. It's called LSD district. It's in Prenzlauer Berg around Helmholtzplatz because of Lüchner Straße. There's three streets. They're parallel and they lead directly into Helmholtzplatz. I just remember one street is Lüchner Straße, the other one. And that's why they call it LSD district. So yeah, so we're around there very comfortably. It's late winter, icy cold and grey. Hanging out with Kinch does me good and brings a very delightful fresh breeze to my senses. It takes my mind off. And it takes my mind off S, my former Shag of the Year lover who did mess up big time. And Kinch has only one problem. He drinks quite a bit and is really super entertaining. But he is super entertaining. He's super fun. He always speaks to me in French, by the way, because he's half Belgian and half Italian, and he never had any money. I think he owed half billion money. I saw a couple of characters like that. I feel really good in his presence. He's so different. I'm also relaxed when I go out with him or in this backyard places, which you have had often back in the days in Berlin. There were a lot of places that were transformed in clubs, or in basement flats or basements. They transformed them into pubs and clubs. So, how does it sound? I'm also relaxed when I go out with him or in this backyard places that's been transformed into a club, which also has a nice living room atmosphere, which is this thing in Berlin. They have everywhere these kind of roughness, with these old buildings and stuff, or keep the places like it used to be. This kind of rough, but also kind of a mix of shabby look, roughness, and living room atmosphere. That's one of the special things in Berlin. And best of course, if they haven't been renovated yet. In this club, I am with Kinch, who pays a bit of attention to me. I don't know. I did wrote with strange, so there's something missing. So he pays me attention. No, wait. Oh, my computer. Sorry. No, sorry. This with these computers, what I mean? I'm so sorry. So here we are again. So now, best of course if they haven't been renovated yet. In this club here, they actually stoke a coal stove. With Kinch, it feels like he's carrying me on his hands, and yes, he's really sweet in his way. It's kind of like he was worshipping me, like putting me on his arms and holding me like a princess, it was really cool. Yeah, I like these bits very much. He wants to take his time. It's strange when someone says that to me and we're already making out like crazy, you know what I mean? It doesn't fit in somehow. I think it's better to say that beforehand, before you get naked. It's probably better, It's less confusion, as everything is so confusing in these departments quickly. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not only chemistry, right? It's more. I don't know. He's already over 9 years older than me. I don't know how to imagine it, but it's probably a healthier way to get involved with each other. I don't take hard drugs with him either. It's different somehow. It's not S. I kind of was literally very fixated on S because, I was manipulated because of the drugs. You know, we always took a lot of stuff together. And, yeah. What else? Yeah. I have to write more about it. But it's the first version, so it's good to have, a kind of construct. So I kept, I have 3 more chapters written. Because sometimes when I feel like, oh, I'm getting stuck, I just continue writing. Or it happened like a few days ago, then because something is in my mind, really occupies my mind, then I write a blog, or I write a poem and stuff. Yeah. So I show you something. I found this these days down at the beach. I need to do my nails, and I'm sorry. Next time I'm not very Polish. But I do that myself, I don't like to go to a nail studio. So, oh God. Can't do that. It's not my thing. I have no patience for these things. Maybe I should. But yeah. That's about it for today. I think I leave it there. It's a very short live stream. Yeah. It is like it is. Because I don't want to, how can I say it? I don't want to, go into other chapters now, because I decided to talk about Kinch. I can talk about Kinch more. So Kinch, so bless him, so he apparently got really sick, and that was because that he was passing. We had a very great time. Like, sometimes it was like hanging out with him at first round. But after a while, I was thinking, oh, fuck's sake, he's so much older. What's going on with these guys? I'm always the one who's inviting them and paying everything. I mean, that's not normal. That's a bit strange, That's very strange. And so now I come nearer, as I don't need to read. So and then Kinch. He was also very cheeky, and very charismatic. He had white hair, dark hair, and I was annoyed after a while hanging out with him, because I was always the one who was paying, and it felt like starting to be taken for granted, because I'm not a cash cow. Excuse me, like, you have to spawn me too, you know what I mean? And that's normal. At least, like giving and receiving, not only taking. And so we split up. He kept my favorite jumper jacket, honestly. And a few months later, we met again. And then it was different. Also very fun because I was then living, in Prenzlauer Berg for a while. We were working together. He all of a sudden was a cook, a chef. And yeah, I went to parties. He was spending so much money. He was a bit greedy. He's not, Yeah, and a party also lived in his flat. And but yeah, after a while it didn't work out because he was like a mess, and he was very unreliable. And yeah, the thing with the alcohol stuff, when hot stuff is really involved, you can't rely on that. That's always the issue, because people get outrageous. I wasn't easy either. And yes, so we had our shorties. And after that, I just met him a few times. And then he was going kind of on the wrong path with different people that, I realized we can't hang out, doesn't serve me at all, which is always important, to check in. I mean, nowadays I see things completely different, I also check, in friendships or new relations and everything, what does the other person contribute? That there's a balance. And I also keep my boundaries. And back in the days when I was young, I had no idea of boundaries, let alone myself, like boundaries that I put up boundaries, but also I didn't acknowledge or realize that other people have boundaries and they have the rights to have these boundaries, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah. He was a very great musician. And unfortunately it's not much online. I know one former bandmate, based in Berlin. He lives or used to live in my neighborhood. And I have a CD. So yeah, it was great music. Very great music. Kinch Blade and Look Like Lilies. Yeah. What does it say us as message? Never give up. Mess around, but stick with your path and your goals. You know what I mean? So I leave it there. Thank you very much. Bye.